Good afternoon. Recently I put out a video titled This is Your Planet on greenhouse gases, and all I did was show a ratchet stuck in a vise going around and how it wouldn't you couldn't you could go backwards but not forwards. And so anyway, and I says enough said. And apparently more than a few people didn't understand the message in the video, so I thought I'd revisit the matter and with an explanation. Again, here's my ratchet. Now, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is additive. We're throwing up some 35 gigatons or more every year, and it stays in the atmosphere for a long time, at least 1,000 years or so. It's cumulative beyond time scales that matter to human beings. So, if this represents us putting carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and we go up, well, the sinks that absorb carbon dioxide are practically filled up now, and so we can't go back. Every year it goes up. When they started measuring carbon dioxide, it was at 305 parts per millionth or something like that, and now it's up over 400 parts per millionth since the mid-1950s. So this is all it is. It's a ratchet effect. Climate change is a ratchet effect. Unless we stop putting carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, we're not going to stop advancing the amount of carbon dioxide that's accumulating in the atmosphere. Like so. Now, one of the things I hear from people a lot is that they don't see how we could alter the atmosphere that way. Humans are puny compared to the total size of the Earth. So I made up this graph. Excuse me, it's not a graph, it's a drawing of a cube with 1,000 cubes in it. So it's 10 cubes on a side, and so get back this up a little bit. And over there, what's going to be on your bottom right is going to be one of the cubes taken out, but it's only 4/10 of one cube. That's the amount of carbon dioxide that's in the atmosphere compared to the total amount of gases in our atmosphere. So the thing about carbon dioxide is that it's a very powerful gas at blocking infrared. And so sunlight comes down and it's absorbed by the Earth's surfaces and the atmosphere and so forth, and it tries to re-radiate to space. But in re-radiating, the heat energy is shifted towards the infrared, and it can't escape because there's an atmospheric blanket of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And so we've increased, since pre-industrial times, we've increased the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere by 30%. So as you can see, humans could do something like that. If this is the total atmosphere, this giant cube, and that little single cube, 1,000th of the atmosphere, is representing 1,000 parts per million, and we've only increased it from about 300 parts per million to 400 parts per million, and that's it. That's a 30% increase. Now that amount of the original amount of CO2 in the atmosphere is responsible for warming up the planet from about -4 degrees Fahrenheit up to 58 degrees, or something like that. I don't have the exact numbers on me. But so if you will accept that carbon dioxide in the first place is what makes this a warm enough planet to inhabit, instead of an ice world, then you have to accept that a 30% increase in CO2 in the atmosphere is going to have some kind of thermodynamic effects. The energy has to go somewhere, and so that's my message about the ratchet effect. We have got to stop putting carbon dioxide in the atmosphere that's been sequestered for millions of years through burning oil and gas, and we're going to have to probably figure out a way to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere without using energy that puts out CO2 to do it. And that's a tall order. So there you go. That's an explanation of my ratchet video, and I hope that clarifies it. So, catch you around the corner. Bye-bye.